Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. There are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. So we look out at the sea of red that is so deeply entrenched into the culture of the English game. This indeed is Anfield. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This is a tricky one, but, you know, I'm going to go for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain because he can be, I think, a key element. He's essentially a very attacking player who wants to be at the sharper end of things, but he has the maturity to play in midfield too and knock it about. A combination his manager must be very grateful for.
He'll have it in! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Forward it goes. Manchester are a team you've seen play, Jim. What can you tell us?
Possession is one thing, but when you can move the ball as quickly as they can in tight areas, the game becomes beautiful.
Puts in. He's gone for it! That really should have hit the net.
Manchester just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. Mane goes pulsing down that left-hand side. This is promising. He's gone for it! No attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Jones goes long. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Well played, he saw that coming. And it's Sanchez. Lovren plays it forward. Shaw. Going for goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Smalling cuts it out. Mane looking to get on the end of this. He's got away. Mane. Firmino hits it!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
He's got away. And the finish! They've done it! And this is getting better and better.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Manchester have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Keita tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
He's got options out wide, going through. Salah plays it in. That intervention was very necessary. Lingard. Well, they could break here. Chip through. Lukaku. Shot at goal! Looked to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
Well, it could have been and probably should have been a different choice of finish. There was lower space to hit.
Herrera tries to get it forward quickly. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Alexis Sanchez. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. And it's Herrera. Oxlade-Chamberlain goes looking. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Oh, good ball. That is a more than decent save from the goalkeeper. Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Cut out in the nick of time. Phil Jones. Played in by Lynch, shakes the shoots. They are rampant. And already they're looking to run away with it. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Look, the goal was well manufactured, but the striker probably can't believe he's been given that much space in the penalty area, and he wasn't going to miss.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. And it's half-time here. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half. So we're already into the second period.
Liverpool can show their manager and their fans how much grit and spirit is actually in this team. The right characters can rescue a situation like this. I think we're about to discover if they're present.
Mane, Firmino, and that's been won straight back. Lingard, now a chance to break, and the weighted pass. And it's Shaqiri. Shaqiri needed to come up with a better ball.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Lovren tries to stroke it through. It's the through ball. Now it's Mohamed Salah, swept in, and he's there to cut it out.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Keita. It's gone for a throw-in.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Shaqiri. Out wide to the right. Mohamed Salah. It's a goal kick. Van Dijk picks it up from the goal kick. Aimed long and direct. Mohamed Salah gets it into the middle. Pogba. A real chance to break. Now it's Roberto Firmino. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Firmino, timely intervention.
Well, decisiveness has deserted them, Peter. They need precision, and it's sadly absent.
That's a poor kick by the keeper. He's just given it straight back. He's off on a marauding run. Shaqiri. He's had a goal! He's scored! And they are right back within touch!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Now it's Mohamed Salah, and now they can launch a counter. Looking for space out wide. Mohamed Salah gets into a good position. Mane. Another chance from a corner. And the Herrera goes looking. Alexis Sanchez. Crunching tackle. No complaints about that challenge. Robust but fair. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Lingard. It's a promising ball. Popper! Should have put that one away.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. He may well regret that, you know.
Forward it goes. He's left his man. Chooses to go back. It's Shaqiri! He's done very well to get to that.
Shaqiri simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez. He's looking up for options on the left. Lukaku! Milner plays it forward. Bailly gets it back. Salah. There is the final whistle. Well, this hurts. The pain of defeat very evident, and there are hard lessons to be learned from it all when they regroup. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
Thank you very much, Jim. wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much-anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. They've got underway here pretty promptly. Ball's loose, who's getting there? In he flies! A great save, real class.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Kurzawa positions himself well and cuts it out. And it's Messi. Messi conjuring up some magic on the right-hand side. Roberto looks to set one up, and he's cut it out. Barcelona will play a certain way here, Jim. What is that way?
I think, Peter, having played in a good passing team, I like the way they go about their business. They're polished and can shine with the very best.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges? Tries to get it forward quickly. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. It's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Rafinha. That intervention was very necessary. Aimed long and direct. Messi, plotting from out on the right-hand side. Roberto has come steaming up for the header! Can he dig out a shot? Danger averted for now. Thiago Silva gets rid without sophistication. Mbappe with good energy in defence as well.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could...
He's through and all along! It's Di Maria! There is the breakthrough. Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Paris Saint-Germain draw first blood here.
Oh, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Mbappe. Piqué goes looking. Kurzawa cuts it out. Daniel Alves. Forward it goes. Now it's Messi. Messi and a shot! It's broken loose. Thiago Silva gets good distance on it. Mbappe. It's a loose ball. And it's been taken straight back. Rabiot plays it forward. Now it's Neymar. Hits one! Marco Verratti. Mbappe! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it. Suarez really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
And it's Neymar. Cut out in the nick of time. Roberto is very much switched on to make that. They really are proving themselves to be solid all over the field. Chance to squeeze it through. No, not quite. TT goes looking, played out to the right. Had always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. Cavani. Rakitic tries to get it forward quickly.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Now it's He'll have it in! The whistle goes for half-time. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Paris Saint-Germain head into the dressing room, pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. And we're already back underway here.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
He's gone for it! Marco Verratti. It's a throw-in. Rabiot. And it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Oh, it's taken out, that'll be a foul. Gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
And TT. And it's Roberto. Now it's Rakitic. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
And the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Neymar looks to get on the end of this. Kurzawa. What a throw in. Rakitic. And that's well defended. Aimed low and direct. Nicely measured pass. It's Rakitic. Chance to shoot. It's Luis Suarez! Just off target.
Suarez certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Kurzawa. Draxler. Over to the left. Oh, that's nice. Neymar. This could fall. Can he score? Thiago Silva. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Kurzawa. Forward it goes. Receives it from behind. Mbappe. It's a brilliant interception. Suarez plays it out to the flank. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken. And it's Messi. Now it's Vidal. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, the ball's come loose!
Barcelona are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
He's made sure that that won't get through.
A lot of long balls
towards the left
in the last several games. Something that's been a kind of winning formula the way it's used, and with much frequency.
And play for a goal kick. Mbappe hoists it high.
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Neymar goes on a charge down the left. Piqué tries to get
There's
it
a real
forward quickly.
appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Well read, he sorted that out.
Barcelona have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Rafinha! He's there to make a great save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
The defence can get it clear.
Barcelona need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Aimed low and direct. And the referee brings it to a close. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it, but that was enough.
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. There are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great...
Beats it first time!
That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Big chance!
He's got options in the box if he gets...
Hits one!
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Towering header!
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And it's Rakitic. Vidal goes looking. Roberto. In by Roberto. Kovacic boots it to safety. Played back in. Pedro, absolutely. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
He's got away. Can he find a finish now? He slid it through. Higuain. Hazard. Now it's Pedro. Forward it goes. Luis Suarez. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Gets it upfield. Done very well to intervene. And it's Messi. Roberto. And he goes for goal! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Barcelona break the deadlock.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Rafinha.
Can he finish? It's in! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Barcelona take a two-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And it's Conte. Chelsea are taking a simple, modern approach here.
Yeah, but I'm all for simplicity, Peter. If it works, it's good enough.
Going through. Now it's Pedro.
Can he put it away?
And he's there to make a great save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Cleared without complication. Rafinha. Dembele plays it forward. He's left his man. Luis Suarez. Kovacic tries to get it forward quickly, looks to clip it forward. Managed to get it away. Vidal. Roberto. Plotting from out on the right-hand side. Luis Suarez. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Pedro. It's a promising ball. Oh, good interception. Kovacic. Pedro. And the ball's come out. Got a sight of goal. Can he score? Really well taken goal. Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Chelsea get themselves back into contention. And the shot! A great save, real class.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Luis Suarez. And out to safety. Pedro. Deftly done. And he's made certain that won't get through. Forward it goes. There's the whistle for half-time. So a really good half of football. 3 goals and just one separating them.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2 goals to 1. And we're already into the second period. Good challenge, stood up well against his man. And it's Conte. Higuain. And he's there to cut it out. Rafinha. And the through ball is intercepted. Kovacic. Kamalen plays it forward. Now the counter. Going through. Dembele tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Now it's Luis Suarez. And back to base. Hoists it high. And he just whacks it away. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Coached through there. Roberto. Drives forward with purpose. Up he gets! Oh, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Chelsea can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Over to the left, back into the middle. And it's Messi. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Oh, it's Dembele. It's Dembele! Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Dembele sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
And that's been levered clear. Roberto. Emerson goes looking. Rakitic as well there, alert. Chelsea really are defending from the front.
They are, and this type of pressing is a case of counter-attacking a counter-attack. It's high octane and high pressure, high fitness.
Now it's Kovacic. Pedro. Lovely bit of skill. He's in, surely. Well read, he sorted that out. Has a hit! This could fall anywhere. Jorginho. It's a mistimed tackle, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Chelsea with this to level it up. Azpilicueta
Gets up to head it!
and that has been clubbed away.
Chelsea are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now.
He's won up Messi! In it goes! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
So the lead now is 2.
Look, this position ought to convince...
It's Luis Suarez!
That is a great ball, but not a great finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Kovacic, aimed long and direct. Pedro drills one in. Ter Stegen catches it safely. Emerson does well to read it and intercepts. And it's Vidal. Vidal brings the ball forward. Messi. Now it's Messi.
He's gone for it!
And that would have been game, set and match.
Messi is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Strong punch. Struck first time.
Lacking in accuracy.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
Jorginho. Kante spreads it towards the left. Conte. Vidal gets it back. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Vidal hits that long.
Luis Suarez!
That's a real chance missed. Rakitic goes short.
In with a header!
Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it. Minutes left on the clock. That's clear cut. It's a free kick. Cahill. Rakitic. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Kante plays it out to the wing. Now it's Messi. And it's been taken straight back. Well weighted. Oh, it's Dembele. He's
Shot a goal! Yes! And the lead is extended still further.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Barcelona grab a 3-goal lead. And that's that. Demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Look, this is a team that doesn't look as if it's daunted away from home. They were organised and determined, and they can surprise again if that standard is maintained.
evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most...
He's gone for it! Could fall kindly! He's scored! There is the breakthrough!
Szczesny reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. So, a quick word on the opposition. How are they going to try and win this one?
I think, Peter, having played in a good passing team, I like the way they...
And Dybala!
Danny Rose goes looking. Kane. It's got through to him. Kane. Now it's Kane.
He's had a shot! What about it? 2 up, 2 easy. How many more to come?
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. And it's Cuadrado. Oh, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. That intervention was very necessary. Kane. Chiellini positions himself well and cuts it out. Lucas Moura tried to play it through.
Lucas Moura encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Well, it's a crossing feast here, but I'd advise them to keep a variety in their play to avoid being found out and stopped.
Yeah, nobody's going to argue with that. Pjanic.
Well, looking at that last chance they created, the middle has been a very good source for them, hasn't it? Well, recently, certainly, at least.
Going through. Son Heung-min
Looking to shoot!
That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Now it's Son Heung-min. He's left his man. And it's Kane. And that's been won straight back. Musa Sissoko. Now Son Heung-min! He is off the hook. Much personal relief.
Son Heung-min certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Oh, good interception. Trippier. Winks. Mandzukic. Chan cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his...
It's Son Heung-min! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
And the volley. Son Heung-min goes short, chooses to go, shoots! Pjanic boots it to safety. Trippier. He's gone for goal! And that's off target.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's come loose. Alexandro. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's there to hoof it away. Now it's Mandzukic. Mandzukic. He's got away. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura, a scorer already in the game. Chan. There's the whistle for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. So off we go once more. João Cancelo. Mandzukic. Tries to dink, and a second time! And that really should have hit the net.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
And it's been taken straight back. Lamela tries making a foray down the right. Well, he's made sure that that won't get through. Dybala.
Look, there's no doubt that the manager is trying to get his team to play a game that's possession-oriented. A lot of interplay is now short and brisk.
And it's Dybala. Played back in. Quadrado pushes it out wide. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Son Heung-min. Chan does well to read it and intercepts. Son Heung-min needed to come up with a better ball.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Dyer. And it's Rose. Oh, real chance! Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
We can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
Lamela. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Looks to clip it forward. Danny Rose was not to be moved. Trippier. Kane! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Oh, we're talking fractions.
Chan. And it's Dybala. Back into the middle. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Cristiano. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Really well taken goal. Just one goal in it now. Game on. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
This has a swing at it.
Shimmies, feints and shoulder dropping, he has the whole repertoire.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? Danny Rose cuts it out. Danny Rose plays it forward. He's through. Kane. He's left his man. Chan gets into the right position to intercept. Gets it back. Lamela. Chan. Little doubt, that is a foul. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Douglas Costa. Son Heung-min.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And it's been given away. Chiellini. To get it forward quickly. And it's Lamela. Cristiano Ronaldo. That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. It's a decent ball. It's a loose ball. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Can he put it away? No attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Now there is one relieved goalkeeper. He was helpless.
So the manager making the last of his changes. Kane being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Forward it goes. Son Heung-min with the cross. How about a shot? Aimed long and direct. It is just a question of running down the clock now. They've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Bentancur. Mandzukic. Hoists it high. And that's it. Well, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch. Just one between them. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, if ever there was a good tone setter for a football match, that was it. First minutes, first shot, first goal, and it set them up.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.